Hey YouTube, this is going to be part 4 of my series on converting our van for camping, and I have found an amazing product for power. It's a Yeti Goal Zero 1250 with solar panels. Let me talk a little bit about what we considered before getting this. As I looked around at many people's YouTube videos on adding solar power and battery power to your van, and one of the best ones I found was this Exploring Alternatives. This couple put together a nice video showing how they bought these flexible panels, they wired them all together, they installed them on their roof. They had a charge controller in the wall and a battery on the floor, and they had power. But the amount of work and the amount of stuff they had to buy, which was a grand total of $1,500, was just like so much work, so much stuff. So many things that could probably go wrong, wires everywhere. Having to drill holes in the ceiling of your van was not real appealing to me. Plus, in order to get solar, they're going to have to park their car in the sun, which I would prefer to park my car in the shade and have the panels out, separate from the car. So one thing I found was this Goal Zero battery, which has AC, DC, and USB outlets, and should provide quite a bit of power. It's a Goal Zero Yeti 1250, so it can do 1250 watts, which is going to handle most of our appliances that we want to run. So I could not find the Goal Zero Yeti with the Boulder 90 solar panel on their website anymore. So I searched around the internet, and at powerfulproducts.com I found a Goal Zero Yeti 1250 with, I bought the 120 portable solar off-grid thing. You get a Goal Zero Yeti 1250 and you get a set of solar panels. The next higher up versions of this, you got 2 sets of solar panels, which I thought this would probably be sufficient, and I didn't really want to have too much stuff. So here is my setup. So there's the battery, and right now I am connecting the cables together that go to the solar panels. They just squeeze together quite easily, and then this little red and black cable plugs into the input of the battery. And here are the solar panels. The cable there is 30 feet long, which seemed pretty long until you actually start using it, and it's not as long as I would like. However, it is sufficient normally to park your vehicle in the shade and put the solar panels up in the sun. So trying to tilt the solar panels to point directly at the sun on this particular day, the highest I saw was 63 watts of power coming in. But I have seen as much as 85 watts coming in. If your battery is full, that number drops down to 0. Now, 63 watts didn't mean a lot to me, so I started plugging things in to see how many watts they used. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to charge these 4 18650 batteries. Hit the power on, and then turn on the AC. Plug this in, and then I'm going to put the batteries in. We're getting 50 watts in, no watts out. Unfortunately, these batteries are pretty much fully charged. I'll have to go get something else and try it. And I'll charge my drills. Now that is drawing 85 watts to charge that lithium battery. I'm getting 63 watts in, but I'm using 80 or 85. Very interesting. So I'll let that charge till the battery's full and go find something else to play with. I'm going to see what happens to the input. It's at 65 right now. If I flatten these down as if they were on my van roof. So now those are laying flat, and instead of 65, I'm getting 52. It's really not that bad. So now I'm going to charge my GoPro camera and my Garmin GPS using USB cables. And let me unplug this one. And the first thing I'll plug in is the GoPro. So I have to turn on the USB charging, and I will plug the GoPro in. And it has started charging. And it's taking 4 watts. We're getting 58 watts in. So now I'm going to take the Garmin GPS and plug it in. And now we're using 7 watts. So 4 watts for the GoPro, 3 watts for the Garmin. But we could really load this up. Now I'm going to plug this back in. I'm going to turn the AC back on and plug the drills in. And that battery's already charged, so it's still only doing 7 watts. Okay, now I'm going to charge my iPhone. Right now we're drawing 6 watts. We're drawing 12 watts. So this takes 6 watts all by itself. Okay, right now we're drawing 10 watts. And I'm going to, oh, the AC's still on. So I'm going to plug in this little radio. That jumped it up to 11 watts. So I'm going to turn it on. Still 10 watts. Charging the GoPro, the Garmin, the iPhone, and running the radio. We're at 10 watts. Our solar has dropped to 28 watts of input. I don't know if that's because this doesn't need more than 28 watts or what. The battery's completely full. I have 2 different fans here. I'm going to try this one first. Wow. That takes 32 watts on low, 41 watts on medium, and 53 watts on high. This is a power hog. Okay, I'm going to try this other one here on, I think this is low. It's registering 0 watts. Try it on high. Still 0 watts. Wow, what a difference. That is amazing. Okay, guess we're not taking this one camping. So I think this is a pretty awesome little unit, and I am probably now going to look into getting a refrigerator. Didn't think I would do that, but I would like to do that, and maybe even a ceiling fan, although I'm very nervous about drilling a hole in the roof of my van. I do have footage of unpacking this and setting it up, which I think I'll put in a separate video. This video is long enough already. Thanks for watching.